To a conversation between two students. Oh, hi, Cecil. What are you doing here so early?
Hi, Robert. Oh, I got tired of sitting in the cafeteria, that's all. I have an hour break before this class, and I usually, spend it there, but it's so noisy today. Why are you here early?
Oh, I always come in about now. It's a quiet place to go over my notes before class.
Gee, aren't you the eager beaver?
I just find it's a good way to review and at the same time try to keep up with where this course is going. Cost accounting is pretty difficult for me. Why is the cafeteria so noisy? There shouldn't be many people there at 3 in the afternoon. Lunch is done.
There's a sort of rally going on for the demonstration.
Demonstration?
Yeah, Friday.
Really? Against what? What's it about?
Tuition. It's about the tuition increase.
Oh, yeah, the tuition increase. They're holding a demonstration?
You don't get around campus much, do you? They've got posters plastered up all over the place.
No, I guess I don't. I just come in for this class and for, financial management Thursday nights. I didn't think this fee rise was such a big thing, though. It seems to happen every couple of years or so. Regular as clockwork.
Well, I guess this one was just the last straw.
Why's that?
Because the economy's so bad, students don't have any money. Their parents don't have any money. They just can't afford to pay any more for school right now.
I suppose that's so. I manage, but I haven't had a raise in more than 4 years myself.
You're working?
Yeah, that's why I'm taking only 2 classes. I'm a bookkeeper.
A bookkeeper? Where at?
Lightsley Furniture downtown. I've been working there part-time since before I started accounting school, 3 days a week. It's enough to pay my expenses, even the tuition boost, if I'm careful with my money.
You don't have such big fees to pay, though, if you're just taking those 2 classes. With a full load, most of us are having to fork out close to $500 more a term.
Ouch. I'd protested that too, I guess. Are you going?
To the demonstration? I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but, well, I'm not really one to, climb on the bandwagon.
It's turning into that, is it?
Seems to be. There's a lot of people over at the cafeteria anyway, and they seem pretty enthusiastic about this thing.
Don't you think this might just be a college thing, though? Students getting riled up just for the sake of getting riled up? We're so righteous, so sensitive to injustices. UBC must have a good reason for raising its tuition, I'm sure. It's a non-profit institution, for heaven's sake.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Student idealism? Some of that too, I guess, but...
But it's hard times, I get it. And how's your economy?
Oh, I'm okay. My money comes from Daddy's education trust.
Trust? You must be rich.
I wish. No, this isn't a trust like a Rockefeller trust. This is a fancy savings account Daddy started when I was born. He put a little money into it every month, and over, 18 years, that grew to enough to get me through university. And God bless Daddy.
Amen, good for you.
Yeah, I'm lucky, and I've got enough to finish out my last year now, no problem. But a lot of others, they're not so lucky. Some of them aren't going to be able to finish school. They just don't have another $500 or $1,000 in their budget.
What time is that protest Friday?
I think it starts at 4. Why? Thinking of going?
Yeah, I am actually. I'd like to get a few more details first, though. Do you know where...
There's some flyers in the cafeteria and over at the student union, and at some other places on campus, I guess. You could pick up one of those.
Yes, I think I will, after class.
Tell you what, I'll go with you. And if you decide to participate Friday, I'll meet you there.
Or we could meet somewhere else first.
And make placards and headbands?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it would be easier than trying to find you in the crowd. And we could plan our escape if it gets too rough.
Gee, do you think it could?
Oh, probably not. But it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, here comes Dr. Smithers.
Rats. And I never reviewed my notes. Talk to you after class.
Listen to a conversation in a campus cafeteria. Alf, will you pay? Betty, yeah. I'll get the trays, then. B, okay, thanks. Here you are. Ladies first. B, let's see. What have they got for salads? Caesar, spinach, garden. What's the difference? They're all mostly lettuce anyway. B, maybe, but I like croutons. Caesar's for me. Oh, hand me some. Oil and vinegar, will you? Here, him. And the lettuce looks wilted. Fruit for me, I guess. B, grapes. I thought you didn't like them. A, I don't like the green ones, that's all. B, oh. And let's see. Today's entrees are Salisbury steak, buffalo wings, filet of sole. And veal cutlets. Him. I guess I'll have fish again. B, why? Low cholesterol. No, it just looks better than the rest. Like it might be edible. B, laughs, I see. To the server, give me the veal please, with, mashed potatoes and, string beans, I guess. Did you finish your homework? B, for art history. Sort of. I've got my talk down, I think. But I've still got to make copies of one of his paintings for the class. I thought I'd do that right after lunch, it won't take a minute. Who've you got again? B, Turner. I found a really great print of his landscape with Walton Bridges, it's called. To the server, oh, thank you. To the server, and I'll have the sole. And fries, and, succotash. To Betty, are you going to make color copies? They're not cheap. B, yeah, but they're worth it. Walton Bridges is really fantastic. I'll show you when we sit down. Okay. To the server, oh, thanks. B, let's see, silverware. Yeah, napkin. Here. B, oh, thanks, yeah. And, iced tea for me. Dot and me, too. Him. All right. Okay. Let's find a table. B, oh, how about over there, by the window? Yes, that's good. I need some table room. B, what for? Well, I've still got some organizing to do. Same class. B, they sit down to eat, who are you talking on? Dali. Chow down. B, Salvador Dali. You know, the surrealist. The guy with the mustache. B, laughs, oh, yeah. The guy with the mustache. Do you think he was crazy? Crazy like a fox, maybe. He made a lot of money later on his career, cranking out trash for the most part. He put on a real, show, though, didn't he? B, laughs, sure did. But I really admire his imagination, some really wild stuff, those melted clocks and hollow beasts. Very evocative images. And actually, he did a lot of research. Do you know the story about his corpus hypercubus? B, his what? It's a cubist painting of the crucifixion, you know, of Christ on the cross. B, no, what's the story? Well, you'll have to wait for class, I'm still working on it. B, come on. No, I can't, really. It's about the mathematics he used, but I've gotta tell it right. And I gotta get that together right after lunch. Can I see your Turner print, though? B, oh, yes, sure, I've got it right, here. Wow. B, isn't that great? Look at that light. It's so Italianate the pastoral atmosphere is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Turner's so modern, isn't he? All color and mood, and almost no form, except for these wispy trees here. Truly amazing. There's every imaginable shade of gold in there, isn't there? B. Can you believe this was painted before the middle of the 19th century? Really? A. Are you going to eat the rest of that salad? B. No, you can have it. Here. Are you going to stay here and finish your presentation? Yeah. We've still got over an hour before class. B. Okay, then. I'm going to just run over to the campus shop and get this Xeroxed and then come back. How many do I need? 10. Plus 1 for Dr. Orban, that's 11. But if they're too expensive, I don't need one. I've seen it already. B. Laughs, it's not going to break me. You get one too. See you. Yeah, okay. See you here in a few minutes then. Alf, can I see your Turner print, though? Betty, oh, yes, sure. I've got it right. Here. Wow. B. Isn't that great? Look at that light. It's so Italianate the pastoral atmosphere is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Turner's so modern, isn't he? All color and mood, and almost no form, except for these wispy trees here. Truly amazing. There's every imaginable shade of gold in there, isn't there? B. Can you believe this was painted before the middle of the 19th century? Really? A. Are you going to eat the rest of that salad? B. No, you can have it. Here. Are you going to stay here and finish your presentation? Yeah. We've still got over an hour before class.